welcome to the Week 15 spreads of the week, where we're going to run you through every NFL spread, and we got a full slate of spreads this week. I'm picking at 44% on the year. My co-host Mike up at 47%, doing a little better. And well, without further ado, Mike, let's get into this. We've got a busy week ahead, bit of Thursday night football to kick us off.
Yeah, well, we don't always pick this one on camera because we normally do this on a Friday, but we've decided to go
Mm.
ahead this evening. Um, if you just bear with my internet here, we've got the Falcons traveling to the Bucks. We're just going to as you say, get straight into them because there's a lot to get through this week. Full slate, as you say. Um, yeah, I think who picked first last week? I can't remember. Was it you? I don't remember.
I've got a. I'll go first if you want. I
Yeah,
can't
sure.
remember.
Have you got a
I've got
feeling?
a.
You got a
I've got a
feeling who's going to
feeling.
win?
Thursday night. I've had a look at the divisional games on Thursday night because I had a hunch, and the underdogs covered every one of those so far. We had three instances this year of the underdog covering in the divisional. Most recently, we had the Raiders in a road cover against the Broncos, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. So I'm going to take the Falcons. I got burned on the Bucks last week. I thought the Bucks might be back to some form there, but that's just a shocking loss against the Saints. I mean, that's really unforgivable this stage of the season. So yeah, I'm going to take the Falcons in the divisional.
Yeah, me too. I also got burned on that one last week. I 2 weeks ago I backed the Bucks to win quite comfortably, and they did. So I thought that would apply last week against the Saints. Alas, it did not. They got run up and down the field by Tyler Shook of all people,
Mm.
and that must have really shook them on the day. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Falcons here, as you say, a close divisional game. You'd have thought, and yeah, they've got a veteran quarterback, the Falcons. They should be competitive, really. There's no excuse for them not to, unless they're just throwing in the towel. So yeah, hopefully it's a close game and worth watching.
Yeah,
Nothing
fairly
more.
shook up the NFC South there as well, that
Yeah,
result.
it's a ground shooking moment. Ground shucking moment. Um. Oh well, I mean, yeah, this could be a bloodbath. Cardinals at the Tejanos. The Texans coming off defeating your Kansas City Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs in that one, I think. Oh no, I can't remember what I did in that one.
No,
But
we
anyway,
both had the Texans.
because of the pass
And-
rush, yes.
yeah, and they would have covered that 9.5 against the Chiefs as well last week.
Yeah, it was a bit one-sided. So I've been sticking with the Cardinals for a long time. Just because they were at the beginning of the season, they were in a lot of games. I think teams have kind of figured Jacoby Brissett out a little bit now. Also, the Cardinals' defense is giving up too many points now. They started off okay, but they've hit a real wobble. I don't know their personnel well enough. It probably will be down to injuries you'd expect. I'm at some level of their defense. So yeah, I'm the Texans' defensive front. We say it every week looks like the best in the NFL, and that will be too much for the Cardinals. So I'm quite happy to take the Texans here to drub the Cardinals at home.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Not much spice here early on in proceedings, but yeah, you have to. I mean, they just beat the Chiefs by 10 points, so you have to think they can beat the Cars. And right now, no one has an answer for that pass rush. So yeah, I think it's a long day here for Arizona. Defensive struggles, yes. I think Will Johnson, the once celebrated corner from Michigan, really struggling there in the secondary. That's I jumped into a broadcast and they were mentioning that last week. So yeah, it's not looking good for them there.
No, not a great week for Michigan, all things told. Um, uh, Bills at Patriots. This is obviously, I mean, is there a better game than this? I wouldn't have thought so. This is a humdinger.
Yeah,
Um, the start of
certainly
the
is.
season, they clearly didn't think this would be such a good game. This one's down at a 6 p.m. kickoff for me on a Sunday, which is lovely. I can really get my feet up, watch this one.
Um, yep, and I just confirmed it's a snow day there in Foxborough. There's going to be heavy snow. Well, I don't know about heavy, but certainly precipitation 40%. So it'll be snowing. That's good. They'll yeah, really tuck into this one. Um, I mean, the Pats are the better team at this point, so I can't not take them. I've got to take the Pats here. Plus 1.5. Basically just picking a winner, but yeah, I think Josh Allen's obviously, the best player on either team, but yeah, it hasn't been enough for the Bills in a lot of these games so far. So I'm gonna take the Pats. good
Yeah, I
looking
think
team.
I think this is a slight surprise. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't make the Patriots a very slight favorite here, only by a point or so, but they're
Yeah.
a home dog, and I think they've been pound for pound a better team than the Bills this year. Also, the Bills quite historically speaking, anyway, they've been quite reliant on their man coverage. I'm not sure how much man coverage you want to play in the snow. So yeah,
Hmm.
I think they'll take the Patriots here as well. So three agreements back to back to back, but I don't think those are crazy picks there. I don't think I'd want to do anything else other than what we've done.
No, no. Also, New England, 8-4-1 for a third best against the spread in the NFL this year. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
they're an underdog yet again. Bookmakers just think they're going to fall somewhere, but
Mm,
yeah, I don't know. Not this week. Should be a good one.
yeah.
All right,
Oh,
Chargers at Chiefs. I
okay.
assume is Herbert not playing? Why is this line so big?
I've, I don't know. He seemed fine in the Eagles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
seemed
wondering.
fine.
Well,
Um,
we'll get to the Eagles in due course, but he certainly had enough to do the Eagles last
yep.
week.
So, well, sorry, I'll take it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, it's Chiefs game.
It's way too big a line. This is really confusing. I mean, I don't think the Chiefs have won a game by more than five, other than the blowout against the Raiders this year. Um,
What's the
just
weather
can't
doing?
trust.
Is it snowing heavily in
Uh, yeah, I
Kansas
don't
City?
know. Let's have a look. I mean, either way, That's not gonna affect me. I'm gonna take the Chargers to cover in the divisional here. Um, I can't see any way the Chiefs win by more than a field goal at this stage. And as I mentioned last week, even the reliable leg of Harrison Butker not looking so reliable these days. So it's all just a bit messy. I think I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry to say I'm going to take the Chargers. Well, I'm not sorry, but yeah, it's a bit predictable. But we've agreed again. I am going to take the Chargers. I mean, yeah, looking at that Chiefs performance last week, they just don't have enough weapons for Mahomes. The pass protection simply is not good enough.
Yeah.
The offensive line is in an absolute state of disarray at the moment. Um, and yeah, the Chargers are. I thought they were really struggling earlier in the season. I did wonder. I thought the Chargers would. If you'd asked me preseason, this is what I'd have said. This Chargers team, I thought they were going to be good this year. Then they started so badly,
Well,
and
it's
now,
yeah, it's funny because they've just quietly snuck to
yeah,
9-4, actually. Yeah, you almost haven't recognized it, but yeah, it's true.
we certainly haven't spoken about it. They've just slowly just
No.
won and won and won and won, and I think they're in hot form, and yeah, I think they could even win this. They could even take this game in Kansas City for me. So yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers as well.
Yeah, that backfield of Hampton and Vidal looking very good for them.
Yeah, I mean that's an excellent
Mm,
combination. Vidal is an absolute steal for them. Obviously, they knew what
mm.
they were getting in Hampton, but well, they thought they knew what they were getting in Hampton. So for the second time in 3 weeks, we've got Ravens Bengals. Yes, the line is a lot smaller this time.
They've
It was
learned.
they learned. So Bengals still a home dog.
Mm.
Well, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Who's is it? No, it's
It's
me to
you.
go first. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Um, yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals again. I took them to beat the Ravens 2 weeks ago, and they did. And the Bengals were really one very bad interception from Burrow, and then one really unlucky interception away from winning last week. The Bengals, they look good with those two receive. You know, when you've got a top five quarterback and two of the best 10 receivers in the NFL, they are always going to be in these games. Defense is obviously atrocious, but they've built this team to score a lot of points and give up a lot of points. And now Burrow's back, they've started doing that. So I think it's a bit insulting to make them a home underdog against this Ravens team. This Ravens team is terrible. So I'm going to take the Bengals here.
Yeah. I will differ on this one. I think the Bengals have run out of whatever this iteration of the Bengals team is. Like Trey Hendrickson has called himself out for the year now. They can't get to the playoffs. He's just gone and got some surgery done. I've got Burrow coming out in the media and making some odd comments lately this week. So yeah, I don't know. I think it a little resurgence after he came back, but I also think these two will split the series. I don't think the Bengals are that good. They're going to do the Ravens 2-0, even though I agree with you, the Ravens are disappointing. I'm going to take the Ravens to split with them here.
Okay, fair enough. The proof will be in the pudding on that one, or in my case, the Yorkshire pudding there, Sunday dinner time.
Yes,
Um,
sounds lovely. Actually, there'll be none of that in an NFC, an AFC North rivalry. Goodness, no Yorkshire pudding going around.
um, right, Browns Bears actually with some interest, a little bit of interest now, purely because Shedeur Sanders looks functional.
Hmm.
Um, words I did not think I'd be saying after his debut versus the Ravens, which was obviously a disaster. You were there to witness that in person, Thomas.
Yeah.
What do you got here?
Well, our Bears disappointing last week against the Packers. We teed them up to win that game. They were becoming kind of darlings for us on the spreads. The Bears still 8-5 ATS on the year, so they're still good against the spread. I think I'm going to stick with them to roll here. I mean, Sanders looked good, but it's against one of the two or three worst teams in the NFL they were playing, and
True.
Stefanski's play calling just continues to hinder this team. It doesn't matter who's playing. I mean, it's just nonsensical at times. Much like the Bengals, I think this Stefanski Browns iteration is coming to an end. So I'm just going to take a team who's in with a chance to win their division to beat a moribund Browns team here.
Lovely use of moribund there. Um, yeah, I did. Yeah, we did take the Bears last week, not to get blown out. I did think Green Bay would win that game, and that came to pass because the Bears were they're a good team. They're playing well. They beat my Eagles, but they're not a complete team by any means. And they've got enough mistakes in them throughout games that you can't really feel good. I don't think about at the moment, in my opinion. I don't feel good about taking them to win by more than 7.5 points. It's not because I'm not. It's not an overreaction to Shador playing well against the Titans. I just think the Browns' uh, defense, when they put Miles Garrett over the left tackle, they won't put him up against right very often on the right side of that Bears offensive line. When they put him over on the left, I just don't think there's anyone that can block him for the Bears. We say this every week, so I think he can fill his he can get close to that sack record and keep this close with eventually the Bears winning a squeaker. Is what
Yep.
I'm predicting for this one. So I'm obviously that means I'm taking the Browns to cover here.
All right, good. Nice differ.
Nice differ, nice differ. Well, we both got six last week, and we virtually agreed on every one. So we need to shake it up,
Mm,
shake it up.
pick it up. Oh dear.
Oh, stinker!
Oh.
Is
Uh,
um is Dart back yet after getting absolutely hammered on the sideline? Um,
yeah, I think he's back. I mean, he didn't have anything wrong with him. He had concussion protocol, but he's fine. Um,
he's an idiot. That boy he takes too many hits.
yeah. There's you to pick.
Yeah, it is. I keep forgetting when it's my turn. Interesting. I I think the Commanders, even despite their record and their recent and more specifically their recent record not being good at all, um, I still think they don't seem like they've given up. And I don't think that normally, even when Dan Quinn was the head coach of the Falcons, it took a long time for that team to completely capitulate and for him to lose that locker room. I think he's a player's coach and they like playing for him.
Mm.
Um, and I've just got this feeling they might come in and just rally here. The Giants got their new quarterback bounce with Dart coming in a few weeks ago, and then they fired Dayball, and that gave them a bit of a spark. Didn't win many games, but it gave them a bit of a spark, and I just feel like that's slowly tapering off now.
Mm.
And I think the Giants might just capitulate here down the stretch a bit. Dart has been found out a little bit now in terms of obviously these numbers are good. He's not turning the ball over a lot, but he's taking a lot of drive killing sacks and taking a load of really rookie NFL quarterback hits. I think he looks actually like he's going to be a good NFL player. He's good early signs, but yeah, I don't know. I've just got this sneaking hunch. I think the Commanders might come into New York and steal this one.
Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna differ to be a contrarian here, but gamesmanship from me. I've got to catch up on some of these spreads against you. So, yeah, in a game that I really have no interest in, I'm just going to differ for the sake of it and take the Giants. Don't feel good about it though. Good
You
Lord.
watch this. You watch this be the game of the week now. Now that we've both
Uh,
proclaimed, seems to happen every week. We proclaim it's a stinker, and then it turns into a really interesting game.
no
uh,
playoff implications here, though. I mean, they're both just
no, no.
in a toilet, these teams.
Oh,
Yeah.
good heavens, no, no playoff implications, dear me. Um, all right, Jets
Cool.
at Jags. Obviously, this is a monster.
God, this is a big one. So the Jags, yeah, the Jags, arguably one of the form teams now after they were a bit iffy kind of in the middle of the season. They are getting better.
They are, yeah.
Eight, 8-5 for a league best fourth in the NFL ATS. Uh, where are the Jets? No, the Jets are 7-5-1 against, so they're not awful against the spread, actually, the Jets. Um, the Jets haven't given up on this. I think I'm going to take the Jets to cover because I think it's too many points. Um, it's a bit of a teaser though, this spread. I don't love it because I can see that Jags defense just absolutely suffocating everything the Jets try to do. Jags have a good kicker as well, but I'm going to take the Jets to cover. It's just too big a spread here.
Yeah, no, I think the Jags, well, they're certainly performing above my expectations coming into the season, and I've kind of been a bit harsh on them the last few weeks, saying that they're not going to keep winning these games, and they've kept winning the games. However, having said all of that, I'm still not 100%. I've got to give them credit; they're playing really good football at the moment. But I think, by the way, incidentally, I think this Travis Hunter being out on IR has helped them. They've now got
Mm. Yeah,
dedicated people they know are going to start on defense, and they've got dedicated people they know are going to start on offense, and they're not trying to squeeze him into both sides of the
yeah.
football. And I think it's helped clarify things so that they're going to have to pick a side for him to play next season. I think
Mm.
um, that aside, though, I agree with you. I don't think the Jags are yet we're going to come in and trounce somebody by 3 touchdowns. They could get up by 3 touchdowns and then let the Jets back in. They feel like that kind of team to me, still the Jags. So I
Yeah.
think they win, but they maybe win by 10, which would give us a comfy cover. So yeah, I'm
Don't they
taking
have
the
the best, don't they have the best run defense in the league at the moment, Jacksonville? I think they
Do
might.
they? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. If they do, I
Just
might.
the nature of that team, though. I don't know. Do you see
Yeah,
them being
but yeah,
forced
they'll
onto the
the
field?
Jets can throw and get back in the game then. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't see them absolutely trouncing the Jets. Maybe they will.
Yeah.
I'm
And
only
it's a
right
tough one.
about 46% of the time. So what do I know? Um, right. Well, goodness me. If you need a get right game, Philadelphia, this this is it. Uh,
Mm.
Yeah, you got the cover, I think, on the Birds last week. I think you said the Chargers would cover. I took the Eagles. I thought, actually, I was very confident we would beat the Chargers. I don't know why. I just had gut feeling. Um, I think we will finally, after losing 3 in a row, we'll finally get a win here, but it's not going to be by 12 points. You just can't. I know the Raiders are dreadful, but the Eagles just have not shown the ability to score enough points to beat the Raiders will still score a couple of touchdowns, and the Eagles are not going to score 26, 27 points. So the Eagles win, get off the schneid, but they don't blow the Raiders out. I'm gonna take the Raiders here. Go Birds though. Gonna win this week.
Yeah, I just can't, in good conscience, take the Raiders. They've been the disappointment of the year for me, honestly.
You say
Uh,
that every week. I love it. It's That's not a criticism. I genuinely enjoy it. I can't, in good conscience, put money on the Raiders.
No, I think they've surprised in probably those two divisional games against Denver, which is funny. They covered both those, but otherwise it's been a bad year for them. They've covered 4 spreads on the year so far, so I'll take the Birds just to get right here, and trounce them. The Raiders might genuinely struggle to score a touchdown here, so back the Eagles.
Yee, well, we'll see.
Hmm.
We'll have to stop Genty, and stopping the run hasn't been our Matt Forte this year. That's a double pun. Great Bears running back, Matt Forte.
That's wonderful.
Um, So we do need to slide along the ticker here. We've got, by my calculations, it should be into the late slate now, and then Carolina at New Orleans
Hmm.
going into the Bayou as a
Um,
2.5 point favorite. Oh, the Panthers don't win these games.
yeah, it's interesting to see what they would be as favorites this year, but they've probably not been made favorites many times either. I mean, they are good against the spread. They're 8-5 on the year, puts them in fourth place in the NFL. Saints with a big win last week in a divisional game. I don't think they've got it in them 2 weeks in a row, though. I'm going to take the Panthers to cover here. Um, Panthers are a bit of a win one, lose one kind of team. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them lose here, but I think I just got to take them to cover the field goal win here and go first in the NFC South.
Yeah, overall, across the season, I've had a pretty good feel for the Panthers. I haven't done the statistics on that, but I've just a gut feeling. I feel like I've called them pretty accurately, and they are very much a win-lose team. However,
Mm.
I
Yeah,
agree with you. I agree with you. I think if there's a week where they can break it, um, it's this week because it's a perfect spread as well. They only have to win by a field goal. So even if it's a horrible divisional slugfest and they win on a walk-off field goal, we still get the cover. I just don't see the Saints beating them. But then, yeah, I guess anything's possible. But yeah, no, I'm going to take the Panthers as well. For the reasons I said, I just think the Saints they got their big against the odds win last week. You'd imagine there's an inevitable come down after that. You see that all the
yeah,
time. Um,
yeah. First
so
time these two played, I'm just looking. This it was a 5.5 point spread in favor of Carolina, and the Saints covered. But
yes, and I'm pretty sure I took the Saints to cover there. I'm pretty sure.
no,
Um,
but the
oh
Panthers.
God damn it!
But the, I mean, that was 5.5, and the Panthers, you could argue, are a better team now, and it's only 2.5. So I would say, yeah, Saints cover that one, Panthers cover this one. That's I've got a feel, yeah, I feel like it would turn out that way when it's all said and done. The laws of averages.
Okay, so that leaves us with only a handful left. Go back to the.
Well, quite an extended late slate here, Mike.
That will keep me up.
Yeah.
A late finish. I'll be grouchy on Monday morning. Um,
Well,
so
that's a potential game of the week.
no, I don't care about either of these teams. I
Uh,
just don't think when push comes to shove in the playoffs, I just think both of these teams are going to get dumped out. It's just my opinion. But anyway, we'll see. Um,
it's me to pick.
yeah,
Um, I would take the Broncos. I'm gonna get back on my Broncos as underdogs bandwagon because I love it. Because they always cover in these games when they're underdogs. They just are that kind of team. Now I can imagine everyone on the broadcast picking Green Bay to get the win, but I
yeah.
think Denver like spoiling the party for these kind of games. So I'm gonna take the Broncos.
100%. The name recognition of the players on the Packers means that mainstream media fans that don't really watch that much NFL in detail might be tempted to take the Packers here. But the reality is the Broncos have been very good this year, and they've, as you said, they've covered a lot as underdogs. So I'm going to take the Broncos here as well because and also for a similar logic, last week I used for the Bears where just looking at their record, I don't think the Packers are really like a 9-3-1 team. They feel like they've got one loss too few. I feel like
Hmm.
9-4-1 would look a lot more accurate representation of who they are as a football team.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos as well.
nice. Well, we've got
Oh,
a few big spreads incoming.
oh Nelly. Well,
This is one of them. Whoa, Nelly.
this is the 49ers must be favored by 28 points here. I know it's only 12 and a half. The bookmakers love the 49ers, as we know.
Yeah, they do.
Um,
God.
Even the kick return game getting some credit here in the Athletic. They love it. Sky Moore, former
Sky
Kansas
Moore.
City Chief Sky
Oh,
Moore.
he's a career underperformer. Good Lord.
Ugh, the graph going down there. Madden '07. Uh, yeah. I am gonna take the 49ers here. They're at home. Um, pretty sure they take a bye week last week.
Yeah, then they weren't playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
took a bye. Just getting That'll just get
Hmm.
Purdy even healthier, get McCaffrey a rest. I think they'll come out swinging. And the Titans obviously hung around had quite a physical game with the Browns last week to
Hmm.
get just their second win of the season. I don't think they suddenly roll into San Francisco, a reinvigorated new team. I think they probably come in a bit worn down, a bit tired, cross country trip, and the Niners just wallop them, I think. So yeah, I'm going to take the Niners.
Against my better judgment, I'm going to take the Titans to get a cover here and just come out and maybe surprise the Niners. I've seen a few of their games in more detail the last few weeks, and I've been more impressed than I was with them at the start there. As opposed to like the Jets and the Raiders and the Browns, I think the Titans are actually making some steps here. Ward's looking a bit more comfortable. They're really just throwing to the tight ends and slot receivers. But yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling the Titans will cover the points in this one.
Yeah, fair enough. No, he actually hasn't looked that bad, Ward, across
No,
the entire season. He's just got nobody to throw to, and the protection's
got
been
to get a
terrible.
proper number one receiver.
Yeah, proper play caller, proper head coach, proper receivers. He'll look a lot better next year, I think. Um, right. Detroit at the Rams. Now, this is I like both of these teams a lot. This is a I'm going to enjoy this one. Enjoy both of these offenses. Um, so, Jeez, it's tough though.
Yeah, this is.
I think the Rams are going to win the game, but I am going to take the Lions. I think the Rams win a squeaker. I think Dan Campbell will have the Lions really up for this, but I think you were talking about it a couple of weeks ago. It all looks a little bit off kilter this year for the Lions, understandably, after losing both coordinators in the same offseason. I've spoken at length about how that affected the Eagles in 2023, and it's affecting the Lions. There's no doubt about it. Dan Campbell calling plays. He's not done badly. The offense is still clicking, but it just doesn't look right. And I think the Rams are going to have slightly too much for them here, but I don't think it will be a blow. I don't think it'll be a touchdown win. I think it might be closer than that. So I'm going to take the Lions here.
Oof. Yeah, when the Rams win, they do tend to win big. This is my only concern with picking the Lions. I'm not sure how much fight and metal the Lions will have if they get down here early, because this Rams team can really score on you quickly, and before you know it, it's 14-0. And then, yeah, I'm going to take the Rams. I think
Nice.
at home, I don't actually feel too bad about that. Like you said, I've been a bit down on the Lions this year. I just think this is a bit too much for them.
Yeah, this late slate of games is excellent.
Yeah, it's very good for
This
once.
is
Yeah.
actually reinvigorated me. Like last week, the games in the NFL were just you get weeks like that sometimes where it just
Mhm.
gets just terrible games, and it just doesn't fill me with a lot of optimism going into it. These are a lot better. So now the story of the week in the NFL provided by the Colts. It's the return of Riverboat Rivers here. Um, Surely he's not going to play, is he, Tom?
I don't think so. No, I would think that would be a bit chaotic if he does. But I mean, the bookies seem to have already made up their mind about this one. Good Lord, this
I
is the
think
biggest week,
I think
the joy.
it's you to go first, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, because you just
Much like the Rams, the Seahawks like to blow teams out when they get them down. I mean, they absolutely suffocated the Falcons last week. That was a real demolition job. They were like, it was like clinical. What happened the week before? They destroyed the Vikings the week before. Yeah, the Seahawks are on a real roll here. I'm gonna take him to cover the home game here. I've backed a lot of underdogs so far this week, so I'm gonna take the favorite because the Colts seem just being general disarray at the moment.
yeah, I'm gonna take the Seahawks as well. I think with Riley Leonard starting at quarterback, um, I just don't see how they can keep this close.
No, they'll struggle
Jackson
to score.
Jackson Smith and Jigba is having. I mean, he's having an offensive player of the year type season. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous numbers. I mean, He's definitely the receiver of the year, I would say so far. But he's got a shout to be the offensive. I mean, him and Jonathan Taylor have got to be close for the offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they'll shred them here, and it could even mean Rivers can come in the fourth quarter for some reps, just try and
Yeah.
knock the rust off. So yeah, Colts have lost three in a row now as well. It's just unfortunately, terrible to lose your quarterback to that injury as well when you're having a season like they were having. So yeah, unfortunately for Colts fans, I think it's over now. I don't think they'll be making the playoffs after all that. After all that,
No.
shame because they were really fun when they were having that run there in the middle of the season. They looked very good.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
But you're one quarterback injury away in the NFL from complete meltdown. So
But yeah, it's no one's fault.
it's just how it goes. So what haven't we done? This is the
Well,
part.
we've got the two prime time games left. That's it.
So Sunday night, Vikes at Cowboys. We've still got 7.5 minutes here. So um, Vikings at Cowboys. Well, where did that performance come from? Well, after last week as well, me claiming JJ McCarthy wasn't playing, he subsequently obviously played.
Yeah.
That wasn't even in doubt, so I don't know where I got that from. And then he put up his best performance of the season.
Yeah.
So you'd think they'd be coming into AT&T feeling um, quite sprightly, I'd have said.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, and this is a big line. So, and the Cowboys' defense is absolute dog shit. So it even made the Eagles' offense look functional on for two games. So that's how bad this Cowboys' defense is. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Cowboys probably win, edge it, but I think it will be a close one. And actually, I don't think this Flores defense is like. I don't think Dak ideally wants to play a defense like this either. I think they can confuse him here. So yeah, I think the Cowboys win, but it's closer than 6.5. So I'm going to take the Vikings to cover here.
Yeah. Ooh, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's a tough one.
because I mean, really, the Vikings don't have that much to play for now. But like you said, it's a good coaching staff, so they're probably still going to turn up for these games. Ah,
It's the kind of coaching staff where down the stretch here they'll they'll win a load of games just to make so they end up the season like 8 and 9, and they can say, "Oh, it
yeah,
wasn't
and
too
then they
bad."
won't be able to pick a top quarterback again, and then it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a it's that purgatory cycle.
yeah.
Um, I'm going to take the Cowboys just to shake it up a bit here. I mean, it's a must-win game for them. If they don't win, I'll get off that bandwagon. But I've been very impressed with Dak this year. I just think he might have a bit too much for the personnel on that defense.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, so the next struggle will be to find this game on the athletic ticker, which has taken a severe downgrade over the last 12 months. I don't know what they've done to it. It's a nightmare. Uh, as is uh, as is this game. Although to be fair, actually, it would be actually no, this game isn't a nightmare.
No, it's quite interesting. I mean, the
Uh,
Dolphins have scrapped their way now to 6 and
yeah,
7.
yeah. So it's you to pick first.
I mean, I've said it to you the last few weeks. They've got some fight in them, this Dolphins team. That I have been calling it. I will stick my neck out for that. I want to take them to cover against Pittsburgh because I think their running game can travel. It's pretty good. The Steelers and Rodgers seem to just roll back the clock for that game, which we also both called last week against the Ravens. We said they'd do them.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think they have two performances like that in them, honestly. I think they just had a point to prove, and now they'll just like sleepwalk into this game, and the Dolphins will come here and get a win. So I'm going to take the plucky Dolphins to get a nice cover.
I mean, how much time have we got? I've still got a few minutes. Do you know what Devon Achane's status is for this week? Because he did leave that game with an injury last week that looked like ankle. I'm hoping it's not Achilles, because he's been sensational. But the usual problem for Devon Achane is he can't hold up for 17 games, despite how
He-
dynamic he is.
yeah, it's a rib injury,
Oh, is it
and
rib, is it? Oh, God.
he is limited today. So I mean, they you can play through that.
Well, the rookie they got. Oh, you liked their rookie running back, didn't you? Coming in.
I have him in fantasy, Ollie Gordon, but actually
Yeah.
they gave Wright a bunch of touches last week instead, much to my chagrin. But even so, it seems like anyone can run it there at the moment.
Yeah, well, Mike McDaniel was that was his calling card in San Francisco. He was Shanahan's run game coordinator in
Yeah.
Atlanta and in San Francisco, so he should be able to engineer a good run game. It seems like he's really lent into that with Tua's early season struggles, and it's brought them alive. They're actually so fun to watch now. Really
Mm,
getting back to that kind of gadgety offense that they like to run there. It's I really enjoy watching it. It probably will never win them a Super Bowl, but it's
no.
good. It's good viewing. Yeah, and I agree. I don't think the Steelers have to. This is like must win for the Steelers. They have to win, or they've got no chance, and that's just when they've slipped up this year.
Yeah.
And TJ Watt, if TJ Watt can't go, I would make the Dolphins. I might even give the Dolphins some points on the spread. So uh, yeah, I might even extend it out. I mean, sorry, shorten it
Mm,
up.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, no, I'm going to take the Dolphins too. And actually, I'm actually going to enjoy watching that one after my initial pessimism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I imagine if A Chan's good to go as well. I mean,
yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, some of these Monday night games well, most of them are terrible, but I think this one will be different for sure.
it's fun what the Dolphins did. They just traded away everybody they thought was a bit of a troublemaker in that locker room at the
Hindrance. Yeah.
deadline, and they've sort of just turned it around. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Give them credit. All right, and we're back up on the spread. So that concludes a real jam-packed week here, Mike. We'll convene next week. Until then, go well.
Go well.